All right, back on Golf Central, we'd like to introduce you to Member for a Day. It's a platform that was created in May of 2020 by Eric Sedransk in order to help nonprofits and charities auctioning off rounds at some of the best-known golf courses around the world. The organization has raised almost $2 million for charity over its first 18 months. And it is our pleasure to welcome in the founder of Member for a Day, Eric Sedransk. And Eric, first, good to be with you. Let's start at the beginning. What led you to creating Member for a Day?
Todd, the story is pretty wild. Basically, I was living in New York City, and then COVID hit. I lost my job in tech. And thankfully, my mother, who lives in Hilton Head, South Carolina, I was able to go down there and kind of escape that first wave of the pandemic. And so here I found myself, 72-degree weather, the golf courses in Hilton Head never closed. And frankly, I just felt really guilty. And it's that guilt that led me to do something both creative and as a way to give back. And so I launched the charity auction in support of New York City hospital frontline workers who at the time were eating out of vending machines, which is like sort of hard to believe that was even going on. And I just thought that was ridiculous. And so I started reaching out to people I knew who had affiliations with private golf clubs and just asked them very plain and simply, would you be willing to donate a round of golf that I could auction off in support of hospital frontline workers? And so after about 2 weeks, I got 20 of the best golf courses in the world to say yes, including Shinnecock Hills, and threw it out on social media. At the time, I had a very modest following, and it kind of blew up, Todd. I mean, I got hundreds of messages from people all around the world, some just thanking me for taking the initiative, others who I'd never met before, who were members of places like Interlochen and Friars Head and Mid-Ocean Club, offered to donate additional rounds. And so in a week, to make a really long story short, I ended up raising over $101,000 for New York City hospital frontline workers, which equated to over 10,000 meals. And that was the start.
That is awesome. And obviously, like you mentioned, this has exploded. Are there other organizations and charities that stand out to you that you've helped?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, so we've now been in operation for 18 months. We've raised over $2.2 million. We've raised over $500,000 for several First Tee chapters. We've done $425,000 for the American Cancer Society. You know, the one that really stands out to me is the First Tee of Savannah, which, as I mentioned, I was in Hilton Head when this all went down. The First Tee of Savannah actually collapsed in 2018 due to a lack of funding. And in 2 campaigns with them, we've raised over $240,000 for them. So just a staggering amount of money, which has just brought them back from the ashes. And now they're thriving. Their camps are growing. There's kids everywhere in Savannah playing golf. And that one is just really touches my heart.
It is awesome that you can use golf, which obviously you're passionate about, and to help so many others. What's been your favorite course to play during this great road that you've been on?
I'll tell you, Todd, I really haven't had much time to play. I just came here to True North just to do the interview.
Okay, all right, okay.
I will say Ballyneal stands out, and it's an interesting choice because not many people say it. It's really hard to get to. Holyoke, Colorado. It is a top 50 course in the country. It's just pure golf. Really stands out as a place that just kind of speaks to my soul. Tom Doak design in the dunescape. That's definitely my favorite at the moment.
Finally, as you mentioned, you started with a small idea, and now it is very, very big. What's the future for your organization, and how can viewers help out?
Yeah, it's a great question. So it's been a crazy journey. Actually, the last 6 months, I've been traveling around filming a TV show called Golf for a Cause. We've launched 3 episodes already. Actually, episode 4 launches on Thursday night. We're actually launching a campaign later this week with the NHL Alumni Association in partnership with the American Cancer Society, where people can play golf with stars of yonder of the NHL in Vegas the Wednesday before the All-Star game. So we have a lot going on. The best way to learn more about what we're doing is go to our website, memberforaday.com, or follow us on social media at memberforaday. And like I said, we're just getting started here. Next year is going to be a busy year for Member for a Day.
Eric, this is wonderful. We appreciate you spending time with us, and we applaud what you're doing using golf to help those in need. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Todd. I appreciate it.